Alright, M-Tops traders, we're going to get into the next segment, segment number 9, the price projection tool. Now, as simple as this is, it is so super powerful. Please don't underestimate this tool just because this module will be shorter than the others. This in action it's absolutely, it's the best. It's I don't want to overemphasize it, but as you can tell, I'm thoroughly impressed by and a big fan of my strategy, and the simplicity yet effectiveness of these tools just blows me away every single time. So let's get into it. We're going to keep this one short and sweet. We're going to continue to add more refinements in the next couple of chapters. I should maybe just focus on my words instead of my excitement. So let's calm it down a little bit. So we're going to focus on more refinements in the next couple of chapters to make our strategy even more accurate. Just keep in mind that you'll never be using just one piece of the puzzle by itself, as we have in our examples. To keep up the high precision and reliability to your work, you will want to use all of the tools together. So don't get lazy, okay? As I've been saying all along, this is a step-by-step process. We're on to the step 4 of the M-Tops, part of the M-Tops equation, and that is the price projection. So be sure always to make sure you've got market sorted first, then time, then oscillation, and then price in that order. So let's get into price. So what we're doing actually, if you hear any pops in the background, don't worry, it's not gunshots, it's just a pesky neighbor getting excited with his firecrackers. Okay, so measuring market vibration as price. As we've measured market resonance with the time forecasting tool, I'm sure you guys are very well aware of what that is. The time forecasting tool, market resonance. We will be measuring, where are you going? We'll be measuring market vibration by the price forecasting tool. So the resonance, time, vibration, price. Instead of tops forecasting tops and bottoms forecasting bottoms, I'm sure you guys remember that, right? That's how you measure time. Tops forecasting tops and bottoms forecasting bottoms. We're going to be using the upswings to forecast other upswings and downswings to forecast other downswings. So market vibration up to measure market vibration up, and market vibration down to forecast market vibration down. So let's climb into it. P equals price projection. I'm pretty sure you guys have figured it out for yourself by now. We take the last upswing, we measure that, then project that from the next same swing turning point. Okay, we're going to get into that in a second. One of the differences you'll find in forecasting price is the 25% level show up all the time. So if you remember with price and with time, you got the 50% levels and the 100% levels. With price, we focus on the 25% levels. Unlike the rare 25% level in time forecasting, we keep the 25% levels and plotted with the price. For this, we use the Fibonacci levels tool. Just notice, guys, we're not using the Fibonacci itself, just the tool. As we uncovered earlier in the course, most investors have never even heard of Fibonacci, so we won't be using that. Now, I don't need to get into that, but you've heard me say 1,000 times. It feels like the market has been set up just to have guys donate their money to it. When it comes to Fibonacci, you don't go to a Bri and say, hey, what are your thoughts on Fibonacci numbers today? No one thinks in Fibonacci numbers. No one goes, oh, there's a golden ratio, golden mean. So that's the reason why we're going to stick away from that and go towards the human subconscious requirement towards symmetry using increments of 25% levels as discussed. Okay, so we get the gist of it over here, right? Let's see it in application. We're going to go to the left panel over here. We're going to go down. Oh, we're going to go down to our Fibonacci retracement and now select it. Put it anywhere on the chart. I'm sorry, certain things amuse me, and this certainly does. I mean, how can guys expect to make money with this? What is this? It's crazy. Anyway, so we double click on it, get into the settings, and now you'll see what this looks like over here. Okay, we're going to change this. So let's start with that. As we've mentioned in the trading material, or the course material, as you saw on the left-hand pane, we're going to go in increments of 25%. So we're going to go change that first or foremost to 25%. Actually, let's take a step back and make it pretty as we go. So we're going to go to use one color, get rid of that. Let's make it nice and clear for now. Turn that black, take off the background, and you're going to see something that looks like that. We're not interested in seeing the noisy price there. We can anticipate that with something else in the future. So we can get prices, take that away. We leave the levels. I want to turn it into the center. Center top works. Or let's just have a look at the middle. Nope. Bottom. Yeah, that looks all right. And then there should be an inverse here. Yeah, reverse. And then you click reverse. Okay, you'll understand as we go as to why we do that, but just follow this right now. So if you want to press pause on this video, go across to your chart, copy what you want to do right here, black, background off, reverse on, prices off, and keep the levels. Okay, now let's get back to it. So the zero, so whatever that was beforehand, change it to 0.25, that's 25%. Over here, we can just simply unselect that number, leave the 0.5, which is 50%. We're going to take away this 618 Fibonacci number. Over here, we're going to put 75%. And then over here, we're going to leave it as 1. And if you want to keep your Fibonacci numbers, go ahead. I'm not going to look over your shoulder. But I know from experience, it's just not going to be what we're looking for. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select additional numbers, and I'll explain to you why as we go. So I want you to continue this on. Okay, so we're going to go to 1.5. And take that away, leave it as 2. And then right here, take all these away, 2.5. Guys, if you're a neat freak, go ahead and make it tidy and keep it all in one area. I'm just also offering the guys who want to play around with Fibonacci numbers because they're just so lovingly attached to it, to do it this way. So as you choose, go ahead with that. I'm going to leave this 25% and 75% on the increments for now, but as you'll see with a bit more trading, you can almost through experience see where those land, and I personally take them off. So I have 0, 50, 1, 1.5, 2, and 2.5. But we do go in 25% increments with price, so we're going to leave that in. Okay. So here, what we do is, as you saw in the text, we measure this. I want to see if it looks even neater by taking the trend line away. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and take that away. It's just this pesky line that goes from corner to corner, which you won't need. Okay, so you go to the bottom of this swing, from the bottom of this turning point 10, and you go to the top turning point 1. Do you see how that works? Great stuff. We're going to take the bottom of this price prediction tool and drag it over to the second point, right? And as you can see, and I really hope you're getting excited as we do this, the next turning point happened at the 1.5 line. Hip, hip, hooray. Guys, if this doesn't excite you, check your pulse, go see a doctor. This stuff is amazingly powerful, as I've been promising. All right. As we say, measure ups and down measures down. We're going to then delete that. We're going to go to our Fibonacci tool, which this time we're going to add to our favorites bar. So it's nice, conveniently, readily available. Give that a click. Go from 2 to 3 because you're working with the upswings. Drag that across to the bottom of 4. And then drag that over to here. Now you'll see that it's overshot a little above 1. Just remember, in the marketplace, price will tend to do that from time to time. So when getting into decision making, the support and resistance tool would have shown us that this is absolutely okay. So we got to 1, it overshot, it went a bit weird. Who knows what went on there? Probably some whales getting their orders filled and big market order took it down, and then price went up to there. So it found 1, boom, weirdness, but back to 1. Very good work. Thank you, Mr. Price Projection Tool. Let's move on to your next projection. So I'm going to go from 4 to 5. I'm going to drag 0 over to 6. And bang, there, popped open the champagne, set off the fireworks. You'll see that it's fallen slap bang on the 75% line. I hope you're impressed. Okay, take that away. Let's keep it going. 6 to 7. 50% over there once again. Beautiful work, right? And just whilst we're looking at it out of interest, because I like to keep everything relevant, look at this double top. It's a beautiful double top. It was a bit of a triangle, but it was also a double top that went bang. All right, so that's what that looks like on the up. If you're sitting at the edge of your seat, if you just want to go and phone someone, phone your mom and say, Mom, you'll never believe what I just saw. Phone your best friend and say, stop what you're doing, pull the car over. I've got to tell you, this price projection tool has just changed my life. Go and do so now. Press pause, pick up your phone, send that voice note, and duck from idiots who have fireworks next door, because apparently that's still a thing. Anyway, that's the background noise. Okay, so from 9 to 10, can't really see if that's the bottom there. It's a bit too many lines there. Hey, shut up, man. Anyway, boom, there it is. Boom, boom goes a firework. Okay, 50%. See, works in the downswings as well. So let's bring that to 0 to 1. And take it up there. Boom, 75%. Let's bring it down to 1. Boom, 0.5. Can you guys see why I've been so hard on everyone else? They would have utilized this Fibonacci tool all wrong. Utilizing it our way, understanding the human subconscious requirement for symmetry, that symmetrical lines will have us forecasting the price ahead of time. And if that hasn't sunk in yet, let it right now. Take a moment for yourself. Forecasting price ahead of time is now something that you can do. And it's done with high accuracy and high consistency. Powerful, powerful stuff. All right. This downswing measures the next downswing. Boom, 0.75. And let's see what happens here. 0 to 1. Clean it up. moved 0 to 9, and a bit of a market overshot, but it still came down to the 2.5 and then went up again. This is happening into live. You can't make this stuff up, all right? And now it's yours to use. So guys, play around with this. Really let it sink in how amazing this is. If you want to see a live example, we can even do so over here, and you can get back to it in time. Today is the 15th of January already. Wow. Go from there to there. Because you run it down, you'll see that these are our options. Now, okay, so if you're getting intimidated by this big white area going, what's going to happen next? This is where you utilize all the tools together. So let's do this right now. I'm not going to label them all because you've already counted inside your head. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're calculating for 6. All right? So from a market structure perspective, we know that the down is going to be shorter than the up. So that means that price will not drop below here from a market structure perspective, because higher low, higher high, higher high, means that price will not break this low, right? Because we're in an uptrend. So we're going to start narrowing down exactly where these can turn. Let's get into our price projection. Time projection. Just being distracted by all these fireworks in the background. Wow. Okay. As you know, that's now our 100%. You copy and paste or right click and clone. And let's just do that again, differently. And here are all of our options, right? Got to make this video a bit shorter. Okay, so we already know the time projection that this isn't counted because price has already gone past there. So that's not going to happen, which means that it'll happen either turn there, there, or there. So we're going to be calculating number 6. So 6 will have to be, I would say, around about this region. So if you just follow this up, would it be easier just to get a smaller arrow? There we go. So it'll either be over there, I deleted that by mistake. Got to be pinpoint accurate with this clicking. Or there. Okay, so here's your time projection, which you guys have practiced and you know already. Okay, so it's anywhere between these levels. Now, we're going to get around to this in the next segment, but what's going to make this even easier is when you go to a Gantt squared. Oh, it looks so ugly on its way, like that. So we'll get to that next. And price will then become apparent that the likely options will be this turning point or this turning point. And as you'll see, with a little bit of time, and you can come back to this at a later time in the video, the price is either going to turn here or here. You guys getting it? Good. So how does this fit into the MTOPS criterion? Well, as you know, we have 3 options. Can you remember what they are? It's 0, 1, and 2. So 0 is a no, 1 is unsure, and 2 is an absolute yes. So anything in this area over here will attract a no, because as we discussed, we're in an uptrend. So our levels are there, there, and there. As price is forming itself along this area, we project these two options right here. And because 5 will need to have a 6 formed in this area before going to a 7, 8, and 9, we can already tell that the likelihood of this price will be turning around here. This is just a live example, guys. Don't get too taken aback by it. I just get really excited, and for the advanced guys, I like to kind of keep them on their toes. So because we're going to have 5, 6, and then 7 will have to form within this quadrant. Do you remember your quadrants? Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3. We can narrow it down that this will be too late for 7 to form. So over here, it looks to me as if I'm going to give that a 2 out of 2. A 2 out of 2, or a yes. For the M-tops criterion score. And then when price goes over there, we will get into our entry, and then we'll ride price up, which in an uptrend, price will have to go above 5. And we will set our targets accordingly with a stop loss over around about there. Okay, guys, I want to stop it here. I hope this has been a very powerful module for you. It's been short and sweet, but super impactful. As you can tell, once you start utilizing everything together, you're going to be one of the most unstoppable in the marketplace. And I just want to take this opportunity to once again congratulate one of my students who has been with us for 2 months. And in the last 2 weeks, he turned $500 into almost $1,000. One little $4 mistake, which is a blimp that no one takes seriously. And there we go. In 15 days, he achieved it. So keep to the course. Whoopsie. Focus on this material and keep at it and work at it because it works. All right. That's it for this module, guys. We will see you in the next one, and that is support and resistance.